All right. So we're just jumping on straight after the 5 p.m. New Zealand time. Australia time karakia, which is finished. Awesome work from the bro. Jumping on the back of Helen's message. But yeah, look, it's Māori Language Week. So we're just going to give it a few seconds for people to jump on. I know we just finished at 7 p.m. New Zealand karakia. But we just want to welcome you guys again. Welcome back, as we've got a special guest tonight, which is going to be awesome. Kia ora, Amber. So we just give a few seconds for people to jump on. When you jump on, go ahead and smash the like button. Go ahead and comment. And go ahead and share as well, because, we've got an awesome guest on tonight who's going to bless all of us, and we just can't wait to introduce him. So as part of Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori, which is Māori Language Week in Aotearoa, but we're just going to take the gap and say that it's Māori Language Week around the world. So it doesn't matter. I'm not Māori. She's Māori, but I'm not Māori, but I am 100% Kiwi. And, we can definitely learn the language. We can definitely incorporate ourselves into the culture. And that's definitely something that I want to do here in Australia as well with the Indigenous people here, which is awesome. But without further ado, I am going to bring Mr. Dennis Marsh into the picture, who is Mel's dad, my father-in-law. So, yeah, let's bring him in. Kia ora.
Kia ora koutou katoa, I whakarongo mai ana kia mātou. Māku e mihi atu kia koutou te iwi Māori. No reira tēne te mihi kia koutou kia orara. No reira kia koutou I whakarongo mai ana kia au tēnei pō. Ngau mai, mare mai. Whakarongo mai ki tēnei o tātou reo o Aotearoa. No reira, tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. No reira, tēnei te mihi kia koutou kia orara. It's an amazing welcome song. A song that we can welcome you to my place. Welcome tonight to our sharing time. It's also an amazing farewell song. We said farewell to people who've gone into where we go after life. And we all know what we do when that happens. I remember the thief hanging beside Jesus when he said, Father, forgive me. And he said, hey, tonight you'll be with me in paradise. So this song is all about that. Katangi, te manu, ti ori ori. Katangi, te ngā kau tangata. No reira, tēne te mihi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Koutou te o, kia orara. Kia koutou Ana, Gorira, no mai, hare mai. Whakarongo mai ki a mātou I te nepo. Kia ora.
So good, Dad. Man, your voice reminds me of my voice.
But just like that.
That's so good to have you on tonight, Dad, and just to have this time with us. And I know there's many people watching already who are probably singing along because everyone knows your songs, which is good. But Dad, maybe there's some people who don't know who you are or what you do. Maybe just give us an introduction of who you are, maybe your pepeha as well, and just for the people who are tuning in and who will tune in later.
Oh, kia ora. Well, it's a big story. It's not just short. But my mum always said to me, take your dad's side. And I said, why is that, Mum? He said, because it's important that people know where you're from and who you came from. So my dad is, when I talk about my dad, I rangi ruru tana maunga, kai tuna tana awa. Now I've got to try and get this one right because it is extremely difficult for me to sort of get it together. But at the same time, it's all good. In actual fact, I should stop there because it's important to me to know that I'm in the same tree as Sir Howard Morrison. And I hope you folks don't know him. You know, he's actually a real a man of much talent here in New Zealand, and I come from the same tree as him, and so I'm really proud to know that I come from the older brother, which makes me even more important. I really want to say that, but that's my part of the world where I sort of come from. So I'm Te Reo by canoe. That's the canoe that my father, my family, and all my ancestors come on. So it's yeah, I never had much to do with Te Reo. I've had a lot to do with the other side of where we're from, and that's Ngāpuhi. So you'd be surprised that most people would be surprised that I'm also part Ngāpuhi. And I was told that I was Ngāpuhi when they come down through New Zealand and they stopped in Te Wiki and they had a fight with some of my ancestors. And they loved our woman, so they took them home. And so that's where I become a Ngāpuhi. So it's pretty good to know that I sort of become Ngāpuhi because those warriors came down and took my old ladies up there. They must have thought they looked good, eh? And they were right. They were right. So I guess that's the power of me that I want everybody to know, is because it's important, you know, like to know that no one knew that I was part Ngāpuhi. Ngāpuhi, if you know the tribe of Ngāpuhi, Ngāpuhi means the gun. You know, the gun, the bang, the bang, Ngāpuhi. Yeah, and we never had guns in our area. We had the Shanghai and the bow and arrow. That's all. That's how come they beat us. Yeah. So no, I'm really thrilled to be on tonight with you guys, Q and Mel. Not very often we're here together, sharing like this, but we'll just keep going. You just ask me questions and I'll just try and answer them for you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, before we get into another song, Dave, there's a love for you to and I'm sure people watching would love for you to sing us some waitas tonight. But besides singing, obviously I think a lot of people know you as a country music singer, one of New Zealand's greatest, and we'll get into some of your achievements a little later. But what do you do by trade? Like, what else? What's the normal Dennis do? You know, from day to day besides me?
Or really what he's done.
Or what he's done? Yeah.
Because now I do nothing. You see, so that's not good. You know, well, I train as a builder, and it was only just been recently in the last few years that or few days that I've realized that I've got my trade certificate. So trade certificate is the thing that you get when you pass the exams at the end of the apprenticeship. So I got that, and I feel really, really pleased. So I left Turangi when I was 17. I took the trip to Auckland, and there I went to school to learn how to be a builder. And it took me 5 years to be able to say, yes, I know how to build a house. I know, you know, you gotta, when you first start off at a house, you gotta go look for those little pegs in the corners.
Yeah.
You know, because we never used to go look for the peg. We just steal a little bit of land on each side of the house. But they do have survey pegs. And so right from there, we learn how to build our house right from the survey pegs to the last stroke of the brush to paint it.
Yeah, wow.
I was pretty lucky to learn that much. And as soon as I finished that apprenticeship, I actually got a little bit sick, you know, got sick. And I wasn't quite sure what sort of sick I was. I used to go to sleep at work. I think lots of people sleep at work. But I used to sleep at work. And I wasn't quite sure why I would go to sleep, you see. I used to say to my brother, well, you when the boss comes, you come and wake me up. See, so the boss don't know that I'm asleep. And it was an amazing thing, because I remember when I was doing it, I was a foreman for a developer in Ponsonby, and Mel was only just three, maybe four, 2, 3 or 4, and I used to take her to work with me, and I remember it real clearly in my mind. And she used to come along to work and be with us at work. And that was one of the times I got sick. And it all was to do with the heart.
Mm.
You had to take the, what do you call it? What do you call that valve out? Aorta valve. Yeah, so you gotta take it out, otherwise it's no good if it doesn't work. The valve just made the blood go backwards and forwards. You know, backwards and forwards. Boy, we used to come backwards and forwards. Is the valve was supposed to stop and wait for the next lot of blood to come, then push it along, and then wait for the next one and push it along. Well, this one was headed. The blood just went backwards and forwards through the valve. So instead of just breathing normal, like you go the one way, you know. So I had to take out the valve. And then he said to me, what else did I do? Well, I did a lot of truck driving in my life as well. Loved trucks, did a lot of truck driving. And I got friends in Australia that asked if I'd come over and work as a truck driver. I just about come across to Australia to drive trucks. He said, I can get you whatever truck you want. And I said, I've got too much to lift to take over. So I didn't do that. And I found a fetish for driving machinery. And then I'm on diggers, driving diggers. So I was able to do a lot of the things that I have done that I love to do. So building was a really good, I enjoyed doing building, I enjoyed driving, I enjoyed the digger operating, and then into music. It's sort of, that's how my life went. So by the time I was 30, I was ready to sing. In around about that time. So it was yeah, it's been amazing journey for me, and I know there's lots of people who could be out there listening and say, well, I went on that journey with that guy, and I know, and they could probably be right. So I in between all of that, I went to a hostel, United Maori Mission Hostel, and my life changed from being at home right there. So it was something that happened in my whole life that made me realize that there is something out there. All I have to do is find it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really been interesting, an interesting journey.
That's awesome. That's awesome, yeah. What do you want to sing us to the wife?
Sing? Yeah, I can sing you a song. I think one of the songs that has been the biggest song in my whole musical career was this one. Listen, here we go. Remember this one? We'll have honey for our kite, Pippi's got pie. We'll have the Maori honey tonight. We'll have poo-ha without pork, white feet all while we talk. We'll have the Maori honey tonight. So get the stones red and hot, put more poo-ha in the pot, and we'll have the Maori honey tonight. Watch the hunger by the boys, while in there and the boys. We'll have the Maori honey tonight. We'll get the old guitar, someone play the harmonica. We'll have the Maori honey tonight. We'll gather all the fun of, make sure our friends all know. We'll have the Maori honey tonight. So get the stones red and hot, put more poo-ha in the pot, and we'll have the Maori honey tonight. Oh, well, why in there and the boys. We'll have the Maori honey tonight. Hey, time for the hula, the lava lava. We'll have honey for our kite, Pippi's got pie. We'll have the Maori honey tonight. We'll have poo-ha without pork, white feet all while we talk. We'll have the Maori honey tonight. Get the stones red and hot, put more poo-ha in the pot, and we'll have the Maori honey tonight. Watch the hunger by the boys, while in there and the boys. We'll have the Maori honey tonight. We'll have the Maori honey tonight. We'll have the Maori honey tonight. Tonight, your way. Well, here we go.
Yeah.
The most requested song.
That's the most requested song. I think a lot of people who are watching were moving themselves into the garage in getting a few of the Cuzzy Bros around for that one. No, that's awesome, Dad. You know, we love that song, and I think I helped make that song famous too here on Karakia
Yes.
when we first put that song up. But one thing though, I had a hangi on the weekend,
Yes.
and it didn't have cabbage in it.
Didn't have.
I don't know how I felt about that. Didn't have cabbage in it.
Did you have capsicum?
Cabbage.
Oh, cabbage.
Yeah. I don't know how I felt about that, to be honest. But now,
Ripped off.
yeah, awesome water. Thanks, Dad.
Are they-
All right, Mel.
That's cool.
Well,
I think it's been a wonderful time just sharing tino pai roa atu o tātou kōrero ki a mātou ki a tātou katoa. It's been good having the opportunity of sharing and speaking, singing with you, and maybe we can do it more later on. And I can show you the more serious side of me as well.
If there is one, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
But look, before we still want to. I know there's a whole lot of framed awards and other achievements that you've achieved over your music career. Maybe just talk us through some of those things hanging up and some of the things you got around you there, Dad, or what they are, what you won them for, and maybe your biggest achievement so far in the music industry.
You know, and I've never done this before. When I move to my left, I go right on the. No, don't go left on the screen. Go right. It looks like go the opposite way on the screen. Yeah, do it this way. Look at it, so you can see the three behind me. This one down there has been the best album. It's platinum, and that's the Maori Songbook.
Maori
So
Songbook.
2011, the only album, or the only people who beat that album in 2011 was 660 in New Zealand. Yeah. That one was number 2. Yeah. Now, but it's platinum now, and the one above it, no, this way. Yeah. That one, it went gold in about 4 days, I think it did.
That's insane.
That one is, lest we forget. And, to do with our people, all our old people who went to the war, and all that to do with them, and the efforts that they did for us in the last 100 years. And the next one along from it is the latest album, of course, that one there. It's so funny. In that one, that's the latest one, and it's called. Where's it gone?
Glasses.
It hasn't got a name on it. Oh, Backyard Party. We have a party in the backyard anyway, so that's it. Yeah, Backyard Party. And then I have another one just on that. Oops, no, you can't see that one. And it was awarded to me by the music fraternity for selling over so many thousands and thousands of albums. Man, if I got $1 for every one of those, I would have been rich. But so I don't know where they all gone. But you know, they awarded it to us for the albums, and that was 30 albums in my whole lifetime as an entertainer or as a musician. And
a lot of albums.
Yeah, that's a lot, and I sold lots of them at the market, at the flea market. Yeah, ko haere hau ki te market ki te hoko vipene first. That was the cassette, and then haere hau ki te hoko te rā mea. Those ones up there, they're kōpai. And yeah, we've done very well with those albums. Yeah. So that's yeah. So
you got some big ones there too, don't you? On the desk there. You got some big awards.
Oh, yeah, but these have all come in the last for 12 months or a couple of years, I suppose.
Yep.
Now, here, look, here's one. Listen, well, look at that.
Yeah.
What does that look like to you, Q?
Looks like a
Phantom mask.
Yeah.
Phantom mask.
I don't know. Looks like an Oscar. Looks like a Grammy.
It's a similar thing. Now, this taonga come from the music fraternity of New Zealand. It's probably one of the highest ones you can get in the music scene in New Zealand. So it's a beanie. They call it a beanie award. And I've only I got it last year, so it's coming at the right time. It's a marvelous thing because it's got a face on both sides. See that? It's got a sad sack on one side, and you turn him around, and he's quite happy. Different face.
Yeah,
so even sideways you can see his face, sort of. Yeah.
Congrats,
so
that's amazing.
Benny that we've got, and another one that came last year. What's this one?
Yeah, it's mad one.
This one's I got awarded from Matariki, and they didn't have an award like this as such as this, so they made up one, and I was the first one to receive this particular award, and it's all my contribution to music in the 30 years that I've been doing music. So it's a beautiful award. Honor and treasure that one for a while. It's a beautiful award.
Yep.
You can see the stars: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stars up there, up in different places there. So that was
beautiful.
In the last year or so, and the one that I sort of never thought could happen, but it did happen.
Big one.
And I always keep thinking to myself, I said, now, I really don't know whether I was worthy of getting awards like this. But this one came afterwards, and it sort of really blew me away. It's only because people cared enough to have it.
So good.
You sort of can't really see the inscription on it, but it's the MNZM. It's an award that you have to go and get from Government House.
Mm.
MNZM.
What is it?
Well, when I first saw it with MNZM, I thought I was a member of the New Zealand Maori Party. But I'm not. It's an order of merit.
Amazing.
And people, you sort of, you have to be nominated for all of these, and that's what happened with that one. And it was part of the Queen's honours list at the beginning of the year, and it's been an amazing honour. I even got a letter signed by the Queen, so that's good to go. Who else?
Oh, Auntie.
You, my Auntie
Jacinda.
Elizabeth. Oh, yeah, Auntie.
They're from
Auntie Jacinda. Yeah, she sent one up as well. All these different people sent letters. Congratulations. So it's been for me it's been a wonderful all round life of people, surrounded by people, surrounded by like-minded people, and you not only can help by sharing with it, but people can share with what they've got and what they know, and together you just move on to a different level each time. So yeah, it's been wonderful.
So good. I guess the only next level for you is either to be knighted or to become the Prime Minister of New Zealand? What do you reckon?
Actually, that'll be a really good idea. Then I'll be rich. I think they get money, eh?
Yeah.
No, it's a lot of work, though. Eh? It's I think our Prime Minister and our government's done pretty well over the COVID situation, and I don't know whether I would like to be leading a country through that sort of thing. But all I can say is that they've done, and all I can do is say, you keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're still doing the right thing, as far as I'm concerned. You keep safe, I'll keep you safe, sort of thing. That type of thing. So yes, I hope you're all doing well over there in Australia. And
we are.
And it's amazing. Yeah. Well, that's really, really, really good. It's been a long time since I've seen the twins and the kids. So I have to try and book a place over there. If I can't get a plane over, I'll just have to go to the airport and steal one. There's heaps over there. Airport. They don't use them anymore. Nah. I'll learn how to drive it on a net, I think, and then I'll just go and ask if I can have one.
Easy. Or you get your license out of Olympics box, like you did with your building.
Yeah.
But, it's obviously being Te Wiki or Te Reo Māori week. Before we finish up, maybe if you could just because look, Mel's Maori, but she doesn't know how to speak it. I'm not Maori, but I want to speak it. Maybe just give us and those watching, maybe just one sentence that we can use throughout the week, or one phrase or one sentence in Māori that we could use this week during Māori Language Week. Could be anything, just something that we can use around the house to our friends.
I think what's one of the biggest it's just like a little phrase that's happening here a lot is kia kaha. Kia kaha. Kia kaha. You can tell everybody to be kia kaha. You're actually telling them to be strong. Be strong in what you're doing. Be strong. Kia kaha. And I think that's a wonderful. Yeah, you can talk to each other. Kia kaha. Someone can be down. You just go put your hand on their shoulder. Kia kaha. Or that means friend, my friend. So it's that it's really cool to have that. Kuhu. They say kuhu. And but you can't really visualize that. But kia kaha you can.
Yeah.
Kia kaha, you put your hand out, kia kaha.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I think that's a good phrase. And
it is.
If you pick it up and run with it, I think we'll do this. All of us. Everybody. And
we can. Those watching, like this week, everyone who's watching and that you watch later on, kia kaha.
Yeah, kia kaha.
Kia kaha.
What you could do is run a little competition now and tell us what the word is. Tell you what the word is, and I'll number 10, the 10th person to write into you or to get hold of you. We'll send a CD. How's it?
Yep.
We'll send a gospel CD. It's amazing CD. So
yeah,
that's what I'll do. Yeah. So just mention it. See, and the 10th person who tells you, kia kaha, then so we'll get you a CD.
Hey guys.
That's pretty good.
The 10th person to say to me or to mention that, wherever it may be, you're going to get a gospel CD sent out to you, boom, just like that.
Signed.
Maybe I can record a few songs and chuck it in there for free as well. But hey, look, Dad, it's been amazing having you on, and we obviously Mel and the kids and the family, we miss you a lot, and we just can't wait for COVID to be finished so we can get back home and hang out with you and Yvonne, who we know is probably somewhere. But look, we appreciate your time tonight, Dad, or Dennis Marsh for jumping on, and especially important week, and you know you got heaps of fans out there. Oh, actually, where's the strangest place or the furthest place you had fan mail from?
Fan mail. So I used to have a fan club before, but it got so busy, we'd never had enough time to send all the stuff out to the fan members. But now with Facebook and all those sort of things, we're getting fans all the way from Chile.
Wow.
That's a far way, eh? Yes.
Yeah, that's far.
We can walk outside and get chili, but that's not the chili that we're talking about. It's the one that's way overseas.
No, that's not.
Yeah, it's so Chile. There's a guy there that's keeping in touch, and he's we try to rectify his Maori tanga or his reo. So he's trying really hard to speak the language and write it as well. So he'll every now and again he'll write back and tell us how is he going. So we tell him kia kaha e hoa, kia kaha.
That's it. Maybe.
Yeah. Kia kaha.
That's amazing. Fans all over the world, and I know you've inspired many. Dad, just a humble person, you know, with a guitar and a voice, who's impacted a lot of people, impacted probably a lot of garage parties, let's be honest, but impacted just people with your voice. And I know every time that we used to go out to one of your shows, it'd always be a full house, and the smiles that would be on people's faces, you know, just their faces light up when you begin to sing and begin to bless people with your gift. So we do appreciate you, and I know there's many watching that appreciate you, Dennis. Thank you so much for tonight. But would you please do us the honor of singing us out tonight, singing us one last song before we say Pakite, if that's good?
Yep, that will be good. I shall do that for you, and no reira kia koutou I whakarongo mai ana kia mātou I tēnei pō. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Nā tātou matunui te rangi, e manaki tātou. So I just see, I hope our Heavenly Father blesses us, and He will. So, because we've asked Him to. And here's a great song, and I want to leave it with you all. It's both in English and in Maori, and it goes like this. Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all thy works thy hands hath made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Lorita, kia kaha. When Christ shall come with shouts of acclamation, and take me home. What joy shall fill my heart? Then I will bow in humble adoration, and then proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Tori pekakio, tia o mai, aroto I te pu. Ei konei au titiro atu ai. Ora mate e au koe no ai. Ora mate hey yo queno ai no ai. No reira me o tātou matuni karangi ngā ki a tātou katoa. No reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Wow.
Thank you so much, Dad. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for
Bless everyone, and hope an amazing week. And stay on, Dad.
Yep.
I'm going to end this broadcast, but you'll still see us,
Right.
so don't go nowhere. But everyone, ka kite, we love you all. Be blessed.